Hello everyone and welcome back to another AFK journey video. In this video I want to give some advice after all of my time playing AFK journey. I think over 6 months playing the game. In my opinion, I feel like focusing on Paragon upgrades of your heroes is a trap. And I wish that when I started, and also like my time playing, that I pretended Paragon didn't exist. Because I'm going to tell you the reason for that. Number one, you're going to end up getting more enjoyment in the game if you can build up more heroes rather than hyper focusing on certain heroes at the cost and expense of not building up other ones. And also, with more and more game modes being added out over time, for example, Ravage Realm at the end of the previous season, that was a kind of eye-opening experience for a lot of people because you needed heroes, so many different heroes built up from all of the different factions, which you would never, like Seth, Reese, all of these heroes, Brian, that people didn't have built up because they were not really relevant anywhere. And I am sure in the future more game modes will come out where they will rely on different heroes being strong. Even for example in this season, depending on the magic charm bonuses, different heroes take the spotlight than in previous seasons. So to develop a overall well built up account, you're going to want to eventually build up all of the heroes and get them all at least to Mythic Plus or Supreme Plus. And if you're focusing Paragons, you're just not going to be able to do that. The other thing about the Paragon trap, and that's what I'm going to call it, because honestly I feel like it's a trap when you're hyper-focusing them, is that it is going to almost inevitably cause you to be spending more money. Because to chase Paragons are extremely expensive. For example, if we look at an S-level hero here, to get a hero from scratch up to Supreme Plus, you need 8 copies in total. Just to take it up one Paragon tier, you need 6 copies, which is almost enough to build another hero from scratch, right? And in order to get these 6 copies, you're going to have to rely mainly on epic invite letters, normal invite letters, diamonds, and so especially when you get close to a new Paragon upgrade, like you're 1 or 2 copies away, you'll become really tempted by all the pop-up packs, right? And especially if you have the ability to spend, it's really difficult to control yourself. You're like, I'm just gonna get this powerful upgrade, then it's gonna be so huge, because you're like, I'm just on the cliff edge, or like not cliff edge, I'm just on the point of becoming super strong and getting the upgrade that I've been working so hard for so long. But in the end, that one Paragon tier upgrade, it doesn't make that big of a difference. The base stats you gain are hardly they're negligible. You get 2.5% increase in all of your base stats for PvE and PvP content. It's a really minor boost. That is basically the same as one level up of an exclusive equipment from like plus 8 to plus 9. Basically, it gives you almost the same percentage of stats. You get the rivalry stats for PvP exclusive content, but they are not too game changing. There's energy modification effects, which honestly, it is in no way going to guarantee that you cast the ultimate first. It still completely depends on the dynamics of the fight, your positioning, which heroes the opponents are running, the aggro of everyone. That is going to determine who casts the ultimate first. It's not about this minor increase in your energy regen reduction and energy on hit. This is a really minor boost, and it is in no way guaranteeing that you're ultimating first. For example, like Splash, who has 2 Paragon tiers above me. I have Paragon 2 Scarlita, he has Paragon 4. He mirror matched my Scarlita stall team with that one that I was running in the past. And every time my Scarlita would ultimate before his. And I've had the same experience. I've faced people who have a Supreme Plus Scarlita who ultimates before my Paragon 2 Scarlita. It's because it's dependent on how much damage the Scarlita takes as a percentage of her health. That is going to play more of a factor into who casts the ultimate first than actually this minor change in energy modifications from Paragon upgrade. You have some debuff increasing the duration of your debuffs by 6%, which honestly is hardly anything. And then you have the most important, in my opinion, for Paragon is the damage boost and damage reduction. 6% increased damage dealt, 6% reduced damage taken. That is pretty big. And also, of course, when you get 2 tiers above someone, 3 Paragon tiers above someone, it goes out of control. Like if you're getting 18% bonus damage for 3 tiers and 18% reduced damage taken, then it's kind of like you cannot compete with people who have that. But for the most part, one Paragon tier is hardly going to make much of a difference. And it's going to cost us so much, 6 copies of a hero. Like, it's crazy. And like, the thing is, it is going to come at the cost of building up other heroes on your account. And there are so many heroes in the game. Heroes are constantly being released on the rate up recruitments. And they're eventually going to be put into your wish list. And so the only way to kind of keep up in a way is to forget about Paragon. So I feel strongly about this because obviously I've upgraded Paragon a lot on my heroes, but I mean, I feel like I would have been a lot better off overall, and I wouldn't have had to spend so much if I just would have focused on Supreme Plusing heroes. And also, look at the state of my account. We have a Mythic Talene and then we have this Paragon 2, 2 out of 6 Scarlet to Paragon 3. Because I was caught in the Paragon trap. I was like, I'm only going to focus on Scarlita. I'm going to make her my first Paragon 4 hero, and then I'm going to win everything. The thing is, even if she was Paragon 4, I would still be in exactly the same position. It's not like you're a guaranteed win when you have a Paragon 4 Scarlita. And then the other thing is it came at the cost of other heroes. It made me delay building Fresto. I recently got him built, and thankfully I decided to change to him rather than keep upgrading Scarlita at the beginning of the season. Otherwise, I would have been in trouble. Like, I could have definitely had this Paragon 3 Scarlita and still had a Supreme Fresto at this point in the season if I kept falling into that trap. But I was like, no, I need to now stop Scarlita. She's not gonna, even if I get that extra Paragon 3 upgrade, what is it even gonna, it's hardly gonna make much of a difference. And like, if I have the Fresto and Talene built, it's gonna be so much better for my account. And so now I'm working on Talene as well. But for example, if I had like Scarlita, even at, for example, Paragon 1, 6 copies like less than she currently is at, I would have a Talene at almost Supreme Plus. And wouldn't that be better, having a Paragon 1 Scarlita, Supreme Plus Fresto, Supreme Plus Talene, rather than just a Paragon 2 Scarlita and a Mythic Talene? So overall, the Paragon, it comes at the cost of other heroes. It also comes at the cost of your wallet. It's like, and in the end, it doesn't give you that much of a boost compared to just upgrading a hero up to Supreme Plus. So I just feel very strongly about it. I think that, yes, of course, Paragon upgrades are going to happen for everyone's account. Eventually, you're going to like naturally get them. And there are heroes you want to target on them. Definitely, there are certain heroes which will benefit more from Paragon. However, I think it should always be taking a back seat because heroes are rapidly being added to the game. And the only way to kind of keep up is to just keep switching out your wish list to new heroes which are available in the wish list pool. And so that also means that eventually, if you're going to focus Paragons, you're going to pass on some heroes. And some heroes can be passed on, definitely. Like, obviously, you cannot build every hero in the game. But, you know, it is a good idea to gradually try to be building most of the heroes available, because you never know when they're going to be useful in future seasons or for future game content, which might be coming different game modes. So yeah, and for example, like Lily May destroyed the meta, right? And that's why new heroes are constantly going to be added, which might be meta defining, and eventually you'll need to go for them. And then you'll just have to say, okay, I'm not going to focus on my Paragon upgrades. I am going to do everything to get this new hero built on my account, whether it means rate up recruiting for them, or whether it means putting them on your wish list at the expense of your other key Paragon upgrading heroes you want. So that's kind of the thing. I think it's just a healthier thought process when you forget Paragon exists. When you're always focused and thinking about, oh, what will be my next Paragon upgrade? I'm only 4 copies away. I'm only 2 copies away. When those pop-up packs come up, like the epic recruitment tickets or the diamonds even, you're like, I need to get this. I'm only 2 copies away. I'm about to reach my big power spike, you know? But it's just 1 Paragon tier. It doesn't make that big of a difference. Like, honestly, the synergy of your team, the exclusive equipment upgrading, the positioning of your team, overall is going to make more of a difference than that 1 Paragon upgrade. So that's my overall just thoughts and advice on the matter. Obviously, Paragon is going to make a difference to your account, but not as much as you might think. And so gradually getting them, for example, from the Dream Realm store, buying the A levels for upgrading the Paragon, yes, that's a great idea. Same with gradually keeping like Lily May on your epic recruitment wishlist for the whole time playing. That's a great idea too. She's a top tier PvP hero. She's probably arguably the best hero to take to Paragon in the game, because she is the most dominant force in PvP, and she is a damage dealer. So she benefits from the damage boost as well as all the other damage reduction oriented stats. So that is great. Celestial Hypogeans, I would say probably do not Paragon them, at least until you have the core ones developed, which are Rainier to Mythic Plus, Fiesta to Supreme Plus, Talene to Supreme Plus, Scarlita to Supreme Plus. Those are the key ones. The other ones are PvP oriented Celestial Hypogeans. If you want to pass on them and keep like upgrading the Paragon tiers of Scarlita, Feresto, Talene, for example, for PvP, then by all means go for that. But until these heroes are Supreme Plus, do not take them beyond that. And that was my biggest mistake. And I'm trying to rectify right now. But honestly, imagine the amount of money you could save, right? If you were not so hyper-focused on Paragon. Because a lot of the money, even on my account, is from Paragon upgrades, right? Yeah, like 12 copies to get a hero to Paragon 2 for the S levels. A levels is like 90 copies of an A level hero to get to Paragon 2 from Supreme Plus. So yeah, that is the thing. So overall, kind of public service announcement, kind of advice after all of my time playing the game, what I would recommend. And I know the thing is, if I would have listened to this video when I first started playing, I'd be like, I understand your point, but I still need to go for Paragons to keep up with the PvP, and I really want to keep up with it. That's my only way I can keep up. The sad truth is that it's not really going to help you as much in PvP as you think. Like, I mean, I don't know. I really, like, there are people who are even in the top 5 of my regular arena who have, like, even just a couple Paragon 1 heroes on their account. Like, I actually think the plus 15 exclusive equipment upgrade is actually more important than a Paragon tier upgrade. Like, for example, that from plus 10 to plus 15, you're getting 15% stats, right? As well as some minor upgrade to your skill effect. Going from Paragon 1 even up to, or from Supreme Plus even up to Paragon 2, 2 Paragon tiers, you're going to gain 12% damage boost, 12% damage reduction, and then some energy effects. But it's really close. Of course, if you can do Paragon 2 and plus 15 exclusive equipment, then it's even crazier. But yeah, I think hopefully you guys sort of understand the point I'm trying to get across, that basically do not focus Paragon. It also is a lot less stressful on you. For me, it's very stressful focusing Paragon and thinking, oh, I need to get this upgrade, I need to get that upgrade. You're always like thinking, oh, what I have is not enough, I need to go more. And like, even for example, when Tassi comes out, like, you're like, Supreme Plus is not enough, we have to get a Paragon 1, we have to get a Paragon 2 to compete with other people. But like, it's crazy then how much you would have to spend to do that. And it's just not really worth it, in my opinion. Supreme Plus is enough, the hero is usable enough. They don't need to get the Paragon upgrade. But that's basically my advice. So hopefully this was helpful. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. But I'll hopefully see you guys in the next video. And I hope you enjoyed this one. I'll hopefully, yeah, until the next video, everyone, peace out for now. And thank you for watching.